Beyond the Spider-Verse, was it delayed like indefinitely until the strike goes away?
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
So man, that sucks. That sucks, man. I don't know, but do you feel that the writer strike is going to end sooner, or do you how do you feel about it, knowing that it does not affect House of the Dragon?
I think it's gonna go on for quite a while, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's gonna reach the Burr months for sure. And
Mhm.
as to how far into the Burr months, I'm not. I I can only speculate, but yeah, it's like by the looks of it, they're not relenting and they're not arriving at an agreement. So what's probably gonna happen is once the studios run out of shows runs out of movies and TV shows to bring to the screen, you'll probably see more
Mm.
Asian stuff or international stuff moving forward. They're just gonna license those. But yeah, it's looking like the actors and writers are insisting that they deserve higher compensation, but I'm pretty sure most of them don't,
Mhm.
and they probably don't deserve their jobs. But yeah, I don't see it ending anytime soon. And if stuff gets delayed because of it, I don't think anyone's surprised anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, 100% agree. But speaking of that, so this article comes to us from Variety. Beyond the Spider-Verse taken off Sony release calendar as strike delay Craven and Ghostbusters sequel to 2024. Yeah, so I believe this article came out yesterday. The article came out yesterday. And let's see, let's go ahead and read this. Sony Pictures has made some significant release date shifts for its upcoming films, including Craven the Hunter and Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. The delays comes as dual union strikes disrupt the day-to-day business of Hollywood, and the SAG-AFTRA conflicts makes it particularly difficult to open major fall movies without the participation of star talents. As we mentioned before, you're actually not allowed to engage in your what's it called again? Your red carpet events. You cannot go and actually speak on it, get interviewed by it. And they weren't even allowed to go to Comic Con. So that's why a lot of these studios pulled out from it. So um it it does it does crazy amounts of damage to a lot of people who are, maybe doesn't support the strike or just want some good stuff. Now everything's going on strike. You even hear Bryan Cranston the other day coming out
Yeah, yeah, I
saying
saw
that
that.
how he was talking about Bob Iger and how he's not going to they shouldn't allow AI to take over. How do you feel about what he said?
Uh, I don't think we're in the position that AI takes over literally everything yet, but it's gonna take over some stuff for sure eventually. Like you already see it in Secret Invasion, though it was terrible, but it's the start already. It's the start
Yep.
of some of them taking a role in whatever form in entertainment. Yeah, it's definitely gonna go to music. It's gonna go to video games. At some capacity, AI is gonna start disrupting things. So the best thing people can do now is start not just relying on one source of income.
Mhm.
Start diversifying, getting new skills that isn't something AI can necessarily take over. That's how I would approach it. Rather than trying to fight rather than just fighting back on trying to keep your job. And yeah,
Mhm.
you need to be sure that you're actually doing a good job at it to begin with, which a lot of these people admittedly don't, right? They just care about sending their message, their insecurities, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's inevitable. You cannot fight technological progress. You just need to adapt to it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Aaron Taylor Johnson's anticipated Marvel outing, Craven, is shifting to August 30th, 2024 from a planned October 6th outing this year. Man, it's crazy that Aaron Taylor Johnson, he played Quicksilver and, he died. And then now he's playing Craven that's going to be a part of Tom Holland's universe. So it's sort of like he's playing two characters as a part of the same DC. Sorry, not DC, the MCU,
MCU.
which
Oh,
is which is pretty wild.
yeah, I didn't even know he was Quicksilver
Yeah,
until you mentioned it. Yeah,
yeah. Imagine being Quicksilver and getting shot and dying from bullets, right?
yeah.
I don't know. It's for me, the only Quicksilver that Marvel has is the one that was from Days of Future Past and Apocalypse. I think that one's really, really good. Let's see. The push to next Labor Day is vital, Studio Insider said, as leading man Taylor Johnson would need to engage in a worldwide press tour to open up the visceral action project in just over 2 months. Yeah, he also played Kick-Ass. So that's the first time where I actually seen him, where he was like a part of a big like superhero like genre. The Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third film in the blockbuster Lord and Miller animated franchise, has been undated. It was meant to open March 29, 2024. Due to the union's work stoppage orders, the voice cast cannot complete dialogue recording in time for the spring opening, said a Sony source. A new date is expected in the coming weeks. A planned sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, the Paul Rudd vehicle, which trapped over 200 million at the worldwide box office in 2021, has been pushed from its 2023 Christmas corridor to Easter weekend next year. The Karate Kid reboot. Okay, so I'm assuming before I continue, I hope that this Karate Kid reboot is actually ties into the OG reboot, because that Jackie Chan one was not Karate Kid. It was more Kung Fu Kid than anything. But yeah, let's see. The Karate Kid reboot has also been kicked from June 7th, 2024 to December 13th, 2024. And the Blumhouse project, They Listen, is also now undated from a planned August 30th, 2024 opening. The studio's date shuffle isn't all delays. Dakota Johnson's fans are getting her slice of the Spider-Man universe, Madam Web, on Valentine's Day 2024. So Dakota Johnson, is that the girl that did 50 Shades of Grey? Grae,
Oh,
you would know.
I
You wouldn't know.
I
Yeah,
have
that
no
sounds
idea.
familiar. I don't know. But to be honest, though, does Madam Web even need its own movie? I don't think so. And Madam Web I only know Madam Web from the animated TV show. And Madam Web is like an old lady. But I don't know how I feel about this, but let's continue. Venom 3. Oh my god. Why they're doing a Venom 3? Didn't Venom 2 did really bad?
I have not seen 1 and 2, so I can't really say. I heard 1 is good.
Oh man.
1 is good though.
Okay. Let's see. I did watch 1. I think 1 was okay, and then I didn't watch 2 because it was just bad. And they you had Carnage in it, and then I heard they it was not good at all. Let's see. Venom 3 also received a release date for July 12th, 2024, and Bad Boys 4 is set for June 14th, 2024. The studio's most imminent release is Neo Blomkamp's Gran Turismo, a sports biopic starring David Harbour, Orlando Bloom, and Archie Madekwe, originally set on to open August 11th. The Sony distribution team is betting on strong early audience testing and word of mouth to help the film open on track. The studio will roll out Gran Turismo in select theaters over the weekends of August 11th and August 18th, expanding the wide August 25th. So I'm assuming this is, I don't know. When I think Gran Turismo, I always think of PlayStation. So
Yeah,
I'm not
the
sure if this
video
has,
game.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it's
this
like
ties into that.
yeah, but I don't think it really had a story. It's like you just race cars and get better cars. So it's like
Yeah,
the story is that they can do whatever they want with it, in terms of story.
yeah, I agree. See, Sony's dating game is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to strike-related delays. Variety has reported since the SAG-AFTRA conflict began 3 weeks ago, with productions shut down and stars benched from promotional circuit. More majors will update releases as the case as Warner Brothers, which Variety previously reported, is considering pivoting the sci-fi Dune 2 to 2024. Yeah, so that's not official yet. But if that's the case, like what is like that's the next big Warner Brother movies that's supposed to be coming out, right?
Mhm.
I don't know, man. So how do you feel about Sony like postponing all of their films so far? Like at least like most of them are basically being postponed. How do you feel about that?
Well, admittedly, I'm not really invested in a lot of Sony's movies. It's like it's okay for me. I'm more invested in their video games, actually, the PlayStation stuff. So, yeah, I mean, if they don't really have a choice because of what's going on, then yeah, it's out of their control. So
Mhm.
I mean, Beyond the Spider Verse, it's okay because yeah, I find the second one to be worse in my opinion. Across the Spider Verse is worse than the first one. Uh so I'm not really super invested in this next one because yeah, I feel like they went super off the rails with Across the Spider Verse.
Mhm.
And yeah, Venom, I did not watch. Gran Turismo, yeah, I used to play a bit back when I was in grade school, high school. But yeah, I don't see that being translated in the story. It's like they can literally write whatever they want with it. Because so that's not very exciting. Yeah, so I'm okay with it because like yeah, the Sony movies I'm not really invested to. Maybe chat is more than I do, but yeah, for me not so much.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They took a story about a toy for little girls and made a story about attacking the patriarchy. So if they can do that, they're probably gonna, talk about how cars, are usually men driving it. So and then why can't women be driving it? And then the person who's gonna beat David Harbour in the driving in the Gran Turismo is gonna be a female or something.
Yeah, but I
I
think
don't
that
know, man.
the cast in the article is all male, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
So far, all male. Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.